Welcome back aspirants on MacTech 40, and today we will solve another question of Pelton turbine, but there is one new concept of synchronous speed and pole pole concept and frequency concept, okay, based on Pelton turbine. So the question is, and this question has been asked in ESC exam, ESC mains. So the question is, a 3-jet Pelton turbine is required to generate 10,000 kilowatt power. Okay, so power is given us, that is 10 megawatt, we can write, and a net head of 400 meter. So net head is given 400 meter. A blade angle at the outlet is 15 degree. Blade angle, that means the beta 2, the angle made by relative velocity in the direction of peripheral velocity of the turbine. Okay, it is 15 degree, and the decrease in the relative velocity while passing over the blade is 5%. That means k factor, it is 5%, or you can say that 0.95, because when you write down the ratio, that Vr2 by Vr1, it will be 0.95. Okay, determine the diameter of the jet diameter, small d we have to find, and force exerted by jet on the bucket, this force that we have to find. Okay, the overall efficiency of the turbine is given to us, coefficient of velocity Cv is given to us, and speed ratio phi, it is also given to us. Now the second thing, it is given, but before we go to that, first let us find these two things, the diameter of jet and this force. Okay, so as we know, this is a three jet turbine. Okay, so we can find first of all velocity, absolute velocity at inlet v1. V1 is what? Cv under root 2gh. What is Cv? 0.97 under root 2 into 9.81, and net head is 400 meter. So here you will get the velocity as 86.82 meter per second. Okay, now again the flow ratio is given, so we can find the bucket speed, the flow ratio phi into under root 2gh. All this notation and equation I have covered in the previous lectures. Okay, so if you still any doubt that from where this equation came, okay, and how we can easily use this equation, so just go and watch that video first. Okay, in this same playlist, ESC mains question. Okay, 2 into 9.81 and into 400. So you will get, when you solve this, you will get as a 40.75 meter per second. Now the power is, it is 10 megawatt, but it is total power. Okay, from the 3 jet. So for one jet we can write the power in kilowatt, 10,000 divided by 3. Okay, so it is 3,333 kilowatt. Okay, and this power is also known as, we can write overall efficiency into rho q gh. Okay, so we will find first discharge. Okay, why discharge? Because jet area is given by q is equal to area into velocity. If you want to find the area, then this is the only way. So first we will find the discharge q is equal to 33. Overall efficiency is what? 80%. Density is 1000. G is 9.81, and H is what? 400 meter. So you will get discharge as 1.064 meter cube per second, but this is from one nozzle, that means per jet. We have total how many nozzles? Three nozzles. So multiply with 3, so you will get the total discharge. Okay, so the total discharge is 3.192 meter cube per second, sorry. So you might have questioned that why I have found this total discharge. I can also find the diameter from this single discharge. Okay, this is a meter cube per second, velocity is given. So this will be helpful in our next second thing. Okay, the force finding, the find to this will helpful in find out the force calculation. So first of all we will find the area, okay, or diameter of the jet. So diameter of jet is pi by 4 small d square into v1 is what? 86.82 is equal to discharge is what? From one nozzle, 1.064. So take this 4 on other side, so 86.82 on denominator. So diameter will be what? So the diameter, when you solve this, you will get 0.125 meter, 0.125 meter, but for ease of simplicity we are writing in mm, 125 mm. So this is the answer of first question. Next, the force that you have to find, the force exerted by the jet on the nozzle, sorry, on the turbine, that is force is equal to rho into q total discharge v1 minus u into 1 plus k cos beta 2. Okay, this is the equation. Hope you know from where this equation came. I am using since last 3 to 4 lectures. Okay, so density is 1000 q, we have already found total discharge 3.192, 3.192 multiply by v1 is what? 86.42 minus 40.75 into 1 plus k is what? 0.95 cos beta 2, the angle is given as outlet blade angle 15 degree. So when you solve this, you will get as a 281.4 kilonewton. Okay, so this is the answer of our second question, the force that we have to find. Now the main concept, this is the new for everyone, that is, if the jet ratio is not to be less than 10, then calculate the speed of the wheel for the frequency of 50 hertz per second and corresponding wheel diameter. Okay, so this is something new. So you know the jet ratio, jet ratio is defined as capital D by small d. Okay, so here we have to select the diameter of the bucket, sorry, the runner diameter or wheel diameter capital D, such that this jet ratio should not be less than 10. Okay, it should be greater than 10. So it may be anything, it may be 11, 12, 50, 100, 1 lakh or infinity. Okay, but the second condition which limits the upper limits of the runner is the synchronous speed. Here the speed is given, the frequency 50 hertz, the frequency. So before that, first find out the diameter by our equation that we use, that we know, the pi dn by 60. Okay, but here d is unknown, n is unknown, so we can also find that the jet ratio d by d is 10, the minimum 10. So okay, we are designing on minimum base. So D is what? 125 mm multiplied by 10. Okay, so it is 1.25 meter. Okay, this is the diameter of the wheel. Now put this value. U is what? 40.75 pi multiplied by 1.25 into N is what? The RPM divided by 60. And the RPM will be, when you solve this, 622.6 RPM. This is the rotational speed. Now one new thing, that is synchronous speed. This is electronic guys, sorry, electrical guys uh, will understand easily this concept. Okay, this is a very long derivation. I am just writing a equation. Synchronous speed N is equal to 120 into F divided by P. Okay, where this is the equation that you have to remember for finding out the upper limit. Okay, so here now some new terms. N is the RPM, our synchronous speed RPM. 120 is constant. Is F. F is frequency, the frequency of the current that we are getting in our industry or household purpose, that is frequency. Okay, and the P is number of poles, single pole, double pole, multi-pole, you might have heard. So number of poles. So on the minimum design condition, if you put here 622.6, so you will get 120, frequency is 50 hertz. So we will find the pole. So what is the pole? The When you solve this, you will get pole is 9.46. So just take the nearmost integer value 10. Again put this 10 in equation, this synchronous speed equation. So the synchronous speed ns, okay, here not specific speed. Okay, if I write ns, that means it will be synchronous speed. So I'm just writing ng. Okay, ng, to avoid the mistake while specific speed. Okay, because specific speed has also notation ns. So here I am using ng. 120, frequency is what? 50 hertz, and poles 10. Okay, 10 poles. So RPM will be 600. So this specifies that the RPM 622 we can also use. And if this is not feasible via our in regular practice, then we can also use 600 RPM. But when you use the 600 RPM, then and your velocity of the runner should be not less than 40.75. So 40.75 is equal to pi diameter into this RPM is 600 divided by 60. So what is the diameter? D is equal to, here you will get 1.30 meter. Okay, so this hertz frequency and number of poles will give us that the diameter for the maximum efficiency, the diameter should be in between 1.25 meter to 1.3 meter. Okay, so this is the answer. And when this relation and this thing can be used, when the new power plant is designed. Okay, when new turbine is designed, going to design, then we have to define the and size. Okay, which size, what should be the size, so that overall plant size is depend on the turbine size. Okay, turbine and all the component size. So if the poles are, if we decide the pole, then what should be the diameter, and there is a specific jet ratio as per our design condition. In many handbooks it is given some standard relation, that is, for this jet ratio the diameter of bucket and jet should be this. Okay, so from that correlation here they have given d by d ratio should be greater than 10, but greater than 10 means it may be anything. 11, 12, 50, 100, 1 lakh, 1 crore, or infinity. So from the design consideration, we have fixed the lower limit, lower design size, okay, lower size. But what would be the maximum size, upper limit? The lower limit we have set is 1.25 meter, so that for this much force and power output, 10,000 megawatt, 10 megawatt, that we require this diameter, okay. But this is minimum based condition. And what should be the upper limit, and in between that, where the maximum efficiency we can get. So this pole and frequency relation will give you the upper limit, so that you will know the lower limit and upper limit, and just by using some correlations, okay, you will find that where the maximum efficiency between in this region, okay. Clear? So this is the new concept of synchronized speed. If you have still any doubt, just ask in the comment section. I will solve your query in next video, okay. So this is the new concept. Write down anywhere equation, because this will be helpful, otherwise you will get stuck here, okay. So clear all. So tomorrow we will meet with a new question. Till then, keep studying, stay focused.